I'm going to show you guys how to get up to meet Bob. Follow me, Shoots. Okay, so now all you want to do is go ahead and climb all the way up here. Oh, wait, I don't really remember how to climb, but you want to kick over here. Want to jump up here. Now that you're up here, you could hop on this soldier's helmet, and then you keep on hopping, and then you start popping. Make your way over here. You also have to be super brave to do this glitch. I'm dead because I missed the jump. Yeah, I missed the bump. Bump, 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 but jump, but dump. You also have to be a super range for this glitch. Shoots. So to do this, you have to be a super brain to jump. So this is how to get on top of where Bob is.
Hey, I've never liked scientists. They just do it. I think a lot of that would have been like when I had to go to school the next day, then like the school the next day, because it can take over. I'm sorry if you're feeling that right now.
Wait, can you back up to like over there?
But yeah, these stories
that way this will deload.
It's actually pretty crazy. Stories like I got.
No, like over there, like get on top of something over there, so stuff will deload.
Let's get into it. So, today's story time all takes place back in freshman year of high school. Now, this was the end of freshman. So, at this point, I had gotten into high school, I had knew my routine, and I was causing a little bit of trouble. Okay, around this time,
Yep.
Principal, my teachers, staff, and stuff. I was definitely not very nice. I had had trouble quite a bit from this stuff. Except for like skipping school, skipping classes. Smoking,
oh wait, and now I could even jump up here. Isn't this crazy? Parkour is crazy.
Well, one day.
Wait, what glitch were you talking about? I'm gonna have to get back in. What glitch were you talking about?
I was in the second class period of the day when all of a sudden an announcement comes on from the classroom and says, "Officer, the principal's office." So I was confused because I hadn't done anything wrong. Like I said earlier, I was very nice, you know, I didn't want to get any more trouble, so I was trying to stay out of trouble. So whenever my name got called in the announcement, I could still wonder like what the fuck I did wrong. So I walked up to the principal's office. I went in there, very confused.
Are you sure?
The principal's sitting there, looking real, just like disappointed.
Look at me, look at me, look at me while I pee.
Now I'm like really wondering what I did. Because I got to school college law, like what the fuck is going on? So I said something. I was like, what's going on? I didn't do something wrong.
I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna go and touch you.
That your locker smelled like weed. We searched your locker. We didn't find anything. Talked to your mom. And we just searched you. And I was like, what? Your locker smelled like weed. Now keep in mind, I had no weed on me, no weed in my locker, nothing whatsoever. When they said this, I was like, what the hell are they talking about, right? I was pretty confused, and I was like, what do you mean, like, my locker smelled like weed? I don't have any weed in there. I haven't had any weed in there. I don't know what you're talking about. And my principal just did not believe me. Like, the look I was getting was a look of disbelief. The same thing was on the school cop's face. He also looked like he did not believe me at all.
Follow me.
My cop spoke up. All right, well, if you have nothing to hide, then let me search you. I was like, okay, go for it. So I took off my backpack, and he proceeded to go through that first, and he found nothing, because there was nothing. And then he asked me if
jump and pick over here.
My arms out, hands me down.
So if you move here right, and then if you're actually able to get in a right spot, you're able to deload the map.
And he goes, not yet. We're gonna search your gym locker too. And I was like, okay. So it's cool.
I don't know, but I just found a weird spot to go under
My gym locker.
into the
In my
lava.
gym locker, I had an old Ziploc bag in there that was needed. And I smelled it or something, and it had cans in it. It was, you know, gone. I ate sandwich.
Now, walk against the wall.
He goes, oh wow, an empty bag. I wonder what used to be in here. He smells it. It's like, it probably smells like stale turkey in there. And he's like, yeah, I don't smell any weed, but I bet there's some weed in here. And I was like, there was. That's it. And after that, I proceeded to keep searching my locker. And he found nothing. Because like I said, I had nothing on me.
Okay, now stay up there for a minute while I do this.
That I was innocent. I got sent back to class, right?
I deloaded it. I fell all the way out of the map.
Cop being like, hey man, sorry we thought you were, you know, doing illegal stuff at school, like, our bad. Nah, it is. So I get back to class, relieved.
Go down to the sewers, I dare you. Don't spend money.
So the Lord said,
Follow me. I bet I could beat you in a race where you could be any character and I will be whatever character you want me to, and we will both be whatever characters you choose, and I want to race you down to the sewers.
and whoever recorded me had to have known.
Whatever character you pick. You can pick whatever character you want. I will be a scientist if you want. Like, I will be, I don't know,
And nobody heard anything at all, so, you know.
Captain what?
Essentially, I'm getting nowhere, right? Well, anyway, fast forward, the school day ends.
This guy?
I remember my mom came home from work
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You know that boost affects me too, right?
Like, someone else must have had beef or I got stitched up. I didn't have anything on me.
I'm speedy. Wait, watch this. I'm faster than the Flash.
After that,
I'm a speedy boy.
basically, I'd say roll. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back up to where we were and teleport. Or not teleport.
And my locker neighbor walks up and he was calling him Zach. I didn't know Zach that well, other than just, you know, he was a locker neighbor. And,
I'm gonna eat your soul.
yeah. Zach walks up next to me, you know, gives me the head nod.
Wait, come here. I'm back.
Zach opens the locker.
Wait, come here.
Yo, Zach.
Come over to me.
Yesterday, his face really took me. He goes, what? No, what? And I was like, I got called to the principal's office.
And now I push myself off.
I didn't search. He goes, oh, are you serious? I was like, yeah.
I just pushed myself off too.
I am so fucking sorry. And I was like, for what? What'd you do? And he's like, bro, like, come here. And he has me walk into the bathroom with him. And he's like, bro, I don't ever bring weed to school, but yesterday, I got some in my bag, so I just left it in my locker all day, and like, it must have stunk up the hallway a little bit or something. Like, I can't think of any other reason why someone would report you. Like, your lockers were next to mine, like, unless you had weed on you.
Balls.
Did you have any on you? I was like, no, bro, I swear. Fuck you, like, that's my bad. He just told me, like, straight up, like, he had weed on him, and I probably got framed. Exactly what I thought, right? I got framed. Now, I was a little bit confused, because I was at my locker room all day the day before, right? I didn't smell shit, so maybe I was just, like, nose blind that day or something, because the fact that somebody walked by and smelled weed and reported me, but I couldn't smell it all day, kind of, you know, it's weird, but whatever. Anyway, after this dude apologizes, Zach, I told him it was fine. I was like, bro, you're good. He then proceeds to ask me if I'm going to tell on him. He's like, yo, are you going to, like, snitch on me? I was like, no, bro, just don't bring any to school anymore because I'm right next to you and I don't want people thinking that smell's coming from my locker. He's like, all right, bro. So after that, I went about my day and relieved that I didn't get in trouble, which I didn't do, and I was also relieved that I knew the cause, right? I knew where it came from, I knew, like, why it happened.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
I told the principal. I wanted to know. And I found out later that day. Later that day, I was in study hall, and my study hall teacher came up to me. He was like, hey, what happened yesterday? We went to the principal's office. And I was like, I got searched. She was like, yeah, they find anything? And I was like, no. And she was like, I'm sorry, officer, but I'm the one that told them to like search you. I smelled weed coming from that area. I only know 2 lockers there, and that was yours and Zach's. And part of me wanted to be like, yeah, you got the wrong fucking guy, but I didn't. Just bit my tongue, just kind of, didn't say anything. And then I was like, well, they didn't find anything. There's nothing on me, so you had it wrong. And she still didn't have enough brain power to think that maybe Zach was the one with the weed and not me. She just like shrugged her shoulders and was like, okay. She turned around and walked away. And that was the last I heard of it. That was the end of the situation. Nothing else ever happened from it, right? That was
Peter.
yeah. All in all, the moral of the story is, don't do what Zach did. Don't bring weed to school. That is not smart. I know he said he did that on accident.
Turn around.
Try and be more cautious, I guess, and don't do that on accident. It's really, really bad. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times.
Hey, Dad, check out this glitch. So if I warp home, I can restart this thing and teleport back where I just wanted. It's actually a really cool glitch. Makes it where I can go back to where I want to get off the map. This is the Cheetos one.
Unalived her own parents, and then was trying to get
What?
crime influencers to cover the story. So, the girl's name is Sarah, and Sarah is 16 when this story starts, living in Georgia, and Sarah likes TikTok. She appears to like making TikToks, starring herself, and that's fine, we all do. But in Sarah's case,
No, wait, can I pick what we do?
Relevant to the crime she's accused of committing. So let's talk about what she's being accused of. At some point, Sarah has allegedly decided, for some unknown reason, that she's going to unalive her own parents.
I know, I'm putting it on public.
25, she does just that. She wakes up late so her mother and her stepdad are asleep. Then she somehow gets a firearm, and she sneaks into her parents' bedroom, and then, blam, she unalives one of them. And quickly, blam, she unalives the other one. Now, her stepdad, he has some kind of heart condition, so he wears an LVAD machine, which is like a heart machine. Now, this heart machine starts going off and making a lot of noise because it has detected that his heart is no longer beating. Now, at this point, Sarah would have had to have somehow gotten rid of the weapon and slipped back into bed. Then, a bit later, Sarah's little sister wakes up. We'll call her 5.
Oh, that's messed up.
So 5 wakes up and she goes into their parents' bedroom, and unfortunately, she finds their parents there unalive. And so she immediately goes and wakes Sarah up. And Sarah pretends not to know what happened, and she calls 911 to report the murder. Now, all of that is alleged, and if it is true, then that is really messed up. I mean, she let her 5-year-old sister discover the parents. And so anyway, police start investigating, trying to figure out who would do such a thing. And about a week later, Sarah starts posting on her TikTok account. And in her post, she's grieving about losing her parents.
I'm dead.
At nighttime, when there's nothing to do and the house is empty, I'd always think about how much I needed them. And don't ever take your family for granted. Meanwhile, she goes and gives a eulogy at her parents' funeral.
What? The morph glitch?
Now, if she really did unalive her own parents like they're
I guess if you die, I'll revive you.
At their funeral, that is all kinds of insane. Anyway, so of course, as time goes on, she keeps posting pictures of herself on TikTok with grieving captions like, "You're just thinking it's a small thing that happened. I just want my mama. I can't do this without my mom. I still can't comprehend the fact that I'm never gonna get to go home." Her t-shirt, where I guess she's holding her mom's shirt. "What do you mean I can't call my mom? Doesn't feel real, but it still stings. Why me? The world ended when it happened to me." So yeah, you get it. I mean, all of these are really sad. She's posting TikToks of herself crying and stuff, and pictures with captions like,
Yeah.
"It hasn't hit me that they're gone yet." It's horrible to think about. And she seems to be wanting sympathy for all this, which would be normal if there weren't this accusation of her committing the murder herself. But here's where it gets kind of weird. Sarah also reaches out to the TikTok creator who runs a true crime account, allegedly reportedly. And the account has 40,000 followers, so
That's
she's doing
ridiculous.
pretty well. So Sarah hits her up and asks her to look up the case about her parents and maybe talk about it on her channel, because she claims she wants to raise awareness and find the murderer. So she sends her a message and says, "Kristen and James Brock, they're my parents. And out of nowhere, a random Thursday night in February, someone came to my house, me and my 5-year-old sister, and
That'd be
left my
messed up if
parents
it was on my
for me and my
birthday.
5-year-old
It'd be
sister
even
to
more
wake
messed up
up
if it was
to."
on my birthday.
Then, I guess, allegedly reportedly doesn't
No, it was
respond.
on my birthday.
Like, maybe she didn't see the message. So the
Because
next day,
Thursday
Sarah
in February, I'm
messages
pretty
her
sure my
again
birthday was on a
and pushes
Thursday.
for her to cover the story
That's
and
nuts,
offering
yeah.
her intel on the crime. She says, "I think it would be a really big hit. The only person who posted about it made it as the first image you see when you
I'm
Google their
here.
names." Well, what? Oh, okay, victims of crimes write me all the time asking me to cover their story or whatever, and never.
You're really laggy. I could barely hear what you
should
say.
Cover this. This is going to be a big hit. Or you should cover this. This will get you to the front page of Google. In my personal experience, victims in an unsolved case like this, they just don't think that way. They usually want justice, not views. Anyways, as the news gets out and more people become aware of Sarah's story, she starts posting more selfie videos on TikTok trying to be cute. And over 4 months have gone by since the murder. And Sarah is 17 years old at this point. And police, they're still investigating, but they haven't announced any suspects. So no one has any clue who did this or where this case is headed. Until police suddenly do something that shocks everyone. They notify Sarah's biological dad that they have a warrant for her arrest. So then Sarah goes and she turns herself in. Here's her mugshot.
The teen daughter is now in custody, charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault. She is here at the county jail, being held without bonds.
Now, we don't know what evidence police have, but they claim that they have a mountain of it against Sarah.
From the very moment the 911 call was received, a relentless investigation, one that would span months, consume thousands of man-hours, and require the full weight of the local and federal law enforcement agency partnerships.
Meanwhile, the woman who runs the allegedly reportedly account, the true crime account that set it up, she makes a video and she seems all upset at Sarah for trying to drag her into all this.
Why would you ask me to do a case where you are going to get arrested for taking your parents' lives? No, this is
You're like, I can't hear anything. You sound like that.
She's taking Kristen and James from. They're my parents, and I don't know where. A random Thursday night in February, someone came to my house, me and my 5-year-old sister, and left them for me and my little sister to wake up to. And I said, not knowing she was going to wind up arrested for this, I am so sorry, I cannot imagine. I will absolutely research and cover their case. Please take care of you always. On Tuesday afternoon, Carroll County Sheriff's Office announced that they have arrested 17-year-old Sarah Grace Patrick. The girl that asked me to cover the case has been arrested.
Yeah, I'd be mad too. Don't drag me into your bullshit. Now, I don't know if Sarah really did unalive her parents. She hasn't been to trial yet, but she did turn herself in. However, she hasn't admitted guilt or anything like that. So this is all alleged. That being said, police, they are very confident that she is guilty. Even though they don't even have a murder weapon as far as we know. They never found whatever gun was used, so we don't know what evidence they have. Well, Sarah apparently told police that she was asleep the whole time during the murder and that she didn't hear any gunshots, but that she did hear her stepdad's LVAD machine going on. And it's weird that she would hear the LVAD machine, but not the gunshots. Anyway, as of right now, Sarah is in jail waiting on her trial, and if she did do it, I would have to imagine that she got help. Like, her parents didn't even own a gun, so she would have had to have secretly gotten one, used it, and then hid it to where the police couldn't find it. And so in my personal opinion, there is no way she could have done that. That's my opinion.
No. Could you revive me? Could you revive me? I actually want to. I didn't even know you died. I'm not even gonna. If I knew you died, I would have revived you.
Vector School successfully failed. So, fortunately, I were able to send the subscriber. The sort of guy is a successful passport growth. He's married to his wife in the Philippines. By the way, 25 years ago, married to a great kid, a lot of great success with the front. And he's writing me to share all the different views and don'ts of what they've years based on his experience and other guys that he's never done this. And I really want to go here because I know that a lot of guys have thought about this potential option. There are a lot of guys that watch me that would like to get married one day. And quite simply, they either don't trust Western women or they're close to turned off by so many, and it's just off the table. Now, real quick before we go into this, for those that are new, what is a passport bro? Well, basically, that's a guy, as I said, fed up with Western women. So there's other parts of the world that have.
Are you dead? Oh, wait, I got you. Don't try and do that morph glitch.
Areas that are very traditional, very conservative, that type of thing. Typical locations are Eastern Europe, parts of Eastern Europe, parts of South America, parts of Southeast Asia, Pacific region, that type of thing. And this guy's situation is what in the Philippines. And a lot of guys have gone down this route and had a lot of success. But there's also pitfalls.
I need one more kill.
This guy takes some time to really write this thing out and help guys out. Now, he met his wife before, dating actually took place. And so it's like a little different, but he also put his perspective with a lot of guys that you do. And also really addressed the fact about how when guys go there for an extended stay, things that know other cultures. So this is really worth your time. Now, let me make this abundantly clear.
And Iron
video on how to just
Iron Station's really broken, but you need to actually get his meter up.
It should not be that difficult to hook up with local girls. This is for guys that actually are looking to.
And then I also need its upgrades, so I'm just gonna try maximum out.
Yeah. And by the way, this guy, he did a video. I covered his video a few days ago. He mentioned that he's dealing with the women he knows, and he mentioned saying, "Hey, I'll be happy to do the don'ts if you want to." And a lot of you guys saw this expressed interest, so that's why I'm doing today. So sit back. It's very informative, and even if it's not your thing.
Oh wait, I'm making a video still. I forgot.